So now that we are done with Onyx Storm, we're gonna go ahead and put that there for a second because I've read the last two chapters multiple times now, and I am so torn on who Zayden's new brother is. Right? Who hasn't watched him endure this transition to Venom for the last 5 months and still decided to do it themselves? And for a while, I was Garrick. Garrick was my main guy. Right? That's who I was thought. Decided switch over, become Venom because Garrick was using his signet a lot in this final battle, right? Constantly moving people back and forth, getting them, into safety. And I feel like he burned out, right? He used up all of his signet. And so he made the ultimate sacrifice, right? Just like Zayden did for Violet, Garrick decided to make the sacrifice as well, draw in power so that he can continue, bringing people to safety. That was my theory. But then the wedding happened and it kind of threw everything off, right? Because Violet and Zayden getting married, right, for love, right? But the last thing that Zayden heard from Violet was that she loved him. And Sigale basically made a deal with Zayden saying that, whatever decision Violet makes will determine their fate. So I feel like because Violet agreed to the wedding, um, then Zayden still has a piece of his soul left. And that's the reason that him and Sigale are still bonded. It's the reason that, coming into this next book, I think, Violet is going to be able to bring Zayden back. Because again, if a piece of him is still there, then, hopefully he can come back to be, yeah, basically his old self. But the reason that the wedding threw me off is because I feel like Zayden and Violet getting married obviously solidifies the throne, right? The throne is now going to stay in the family because of Zayden and Violet. But originally, the throne was going to go to Bodhi because Zayden knew that eventually he was going to turn full Venom. And so, yes, I'm giving the throne to Bodhi. That way it can stay in the family. But for Zayden to make the decision of basically giving the throne to Violet makes me think that Bodhi is no longer an option because Zayden's not going to allow the throne to be run by somebody that's Venom, which is why he was giving it to Bodhi. So the fact that he's now taken it away from Bodhi and given it to Violet, I mean, did he do that whole thing out of love or did he do it out of necessity because Bodhi is no longer available to rule this kingdom?